boys.
Beautiful fish. Almost pounder.
Let's go. Let's go!
That might be a big deal.
No, that's PB. That's PB. Go to Googansquad.com.
Great start to the morning. Go plug in the boat.
Just don't hit that freaking throttle, please.
Can't be bothered to take the boat out, so I'm just gonna go naked real quick. Dive down there and grab my plug. It's not that cold, but it's also not really that warm. Oh, what the plug's in? It was already in, but I decided I just wanted to get naked real quick and touch around on the bottom of my boat. It's in. I don't know why I was spitting out water. Maybe because I guess it rained the last time I fished it. I don't know. But anyway, good morning, guys. Welcome back. Naked John B here, nipples swinging. Let's do a bit of fishing. You ready?
See it.
Woo.
Love to see it.
I'm awake
I'm
now.
ready, dude. I got a good feeling about today.
Me too. Me too.
You've been on your game, you know.
We both have.
On the road catching toads. I've been
Same, bro.
making rigs, catching bigs. Let's make it happen.
You and LFD tag teaming?
Me and LFD,
I
you
seen
got that
it.
magic going.
Rackle and I, we always love linking up, and especially love linking up on camera. For y'all, we're at one of probably my favorite lakes. I used to fish here quite often, but due to the fact that I live in the middle of nowhere now, it's quite the haul to get here. Regardless, it's the season. It's mid-March. They should be spawning, and today we're gonna see if we can put some new Googan baits to the test, crank on some fish, and just try to catch a big one. Like today's like kind of one of those days where you get 5 bites, but the 5 bites are gonna be like this. Some egg holders, some shad guzzlers. Let's get it. I've got that opens out there. I'm a little intimidated by that lake. It's pretty big.
I fished Hurricane Bay. What are you unzipping?
Woohoo! Well, guys, we're on the first spot of the day. The first anglers on the lake. It's always a good feeling before we get to cranking, before we get to fishing. I'm excited to announce the new Doob Tube is out in all 3 sizes. We've got the little one for you northern smallmouth guys. We got the medium-sized ones for everyone, and we got the big dogs for you crazy folks that like to flip tubes and grass and such. This one right here is actually going to be a huge player for us Texas folks. Like right now, this is an all-white tube, and you're probably asking yourself, why would anyone need an all-white tube? But bed season is upon us. For those of you northern guys getting ready for that ice out, this is a perfect one too. I actually fished this size Doob Tube, the 2.5 inch, a ton up in Maine for super clear water smallmouth. Fish it on like a little tiny Ned head, put it right in between there, and just kind of flutter it like a little marabou. These are tried and true. They're actually one of my favorite new baits that we have right now. If you want to pick some up, use my code JOHNB or LFG, save 10% off your entire order. Links down below. But anyway, we might actually flip with the white one if we see some fish on beds. This is a perfect bed fishing tactic that's a little bit different than the crack and crawl and the bandito bug. But to start off with, I think what we're gonna do is fish the mouth of this creek. Brackley was here the other day and said he found some grass, which is kind of different for this place. So my approach here is gonna start off with moving bait. We've got the happy trailer and that pearl and that white pearl shad. I'm gonna throw this on a bladed jig, and we're just gonna cast around a bit until the sun comes out. Then we're gonna move up shallow. Everyone loves a good happy trailer. Look at this thing. Ooh, look at that wiggle. So if you guys want to get some of these Doob Tubes, 3/23, March 23rd is when they drop. Be the first to grab them. Catch some giant smallmouth, some giant largemouth on a tried and true lure that we've designed, and we're excited to release this for you guys because this is something a little bit different. We got a mirror out of different soft plastics. The Doob Tube, I'm actually pretty excited about. We're trying to bring some life into tube fishing. It's an old-fashioned style of catching bass, but hey, listen, it works. Also, along with the Doob Tubes, we're dropping new spring apparel on the same day, 3/23. So mark it on your calendars, get ready. We're dropping some serious heat products on Googansquad.com.
I'm kind of feeling that little flip too.
Yeah,
It's kind of in that
we'll go back and forth where it makes sense.
zone. But I'm gonna tell you, a spinner bait just catches bigs.
It does.
It does. I don't care if it's calm, windy, whatever. For some reason, a spinnerbait in the spring, early spring.
That color too. So I don't know if you guys recognize the spot we're at right now, but this very zone that we're fishing, Beck and I absolutely tore them up. Rackley was actually on another boat with Lojo, and we did a little 2v2 challenge. And it was a big bass challenge. We didn't do best five, but our best five back here was like 31, almost like 32 pounds. Caught multiple sevens, a couple of sixes, and then like a 5, I think, just as the cherry on top.
Decent day.
Yeah, but this is, and then the crazy thing is not my only 30-pound bag back here. I've had multiple 30-pound bags just in this little zone. But unfortunately / fortunately, my big fish that day was dwarfed by Rackley's 9 that he caught. I've never even caught a 9 out here, and it's like his first time fishing, he caught a 9. We're actually going to hit that spot later on today, too. Everything sets up right for kind of how we fished this place 2 years ago. But drop a comment if you remember that video, because that was pretty legendary. That was like one of Jerry's first times filming with me, I think. So, and now we're best buds.
Oh, man. Yeah, I remember that day. Because we only caught like a couple fish.
Yeah.
You guys slammed them, you know, and I was just dragging that jig. I was like, please get a bite, please get a bite. I was
awesome.
like, oh, there's a thump.
Beautiful
I think
fish.
it's a good one. Oh, and just a chunk.
9-pounder, dude. I remember I saw that fish, I was like, I like just something about like a lake that you love and seeing a big fish come out of it. Doesn't matter who catches it.
It was
it's
shocking.
Just like, oh.
It was shocking, yeah.
Oh.
That was my first fish of the day, and it was giant. And then I caught like nothing the rest of the day.
You caught a 4. And then Lojo or you also like snapped off on potentially another like 8.
Lojo has these huge ass arms.
Yeah.
And he just, there he is.
Don't give that man a spinny
my
rod.
Goodness, man.
Yeah. If he hooks the plug at the bottom of the lake, the whole lake's getting drained. Period. That's what we came for. 5-pounder.
Heck yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dude, he thumped that grass hero. Holy cow.
There's not going to be many back here, but they're all going to be about this size and bigger.
Boom.
Let's go. I'm going to keep fishing.
Right in the schnoz. Right in the schnoz. Look at that fish, how fat it is. It's got a little mud on the belly. It's up there. Dude. Look at the tail, John.
Bloody?
Tail's got a little rub on it.
Oh, yeah. They're doing it, man.
Been up there doing it a little bit. This is a weird combination that I'm throwing. Black and blue grass hero with a white crack and craw. Look how stuck that fish is. Just boom. Right in the nose. That's the beauty of a grass fishing jig like that. Light weed guard. Absolute beauty to start the day.
Oh, yeah.
Like John said, I don't think we're gonna get many bites back here, but I think they're gonna be thickies like this.
Oh, smells like spring.
Ah, it smells like spring, baby. 5:30. 5:24 is what it locked in. Got to love it, baby. All right, give him a little tickle. See ya. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, let me show you guys this jig setup. So this is our Grass Hero jig, and it is set up for fishing really shallow, thick cover, like grass or shallow brush. Great springtime bait when you can't quite get a spinner bait or a vibe jig through something. I like to pick up the swim jig. It's designed with the line tie right at the front of the head to go right through the cover, and it's got a light weed guard. So you don't really have to set the hook as hard as I just did. I got really excited because I got thumped really hard. But you can almost just keep reeling this thing and set the hook into the fish. Black and blue, one of my favorite colors, and because it's so thick in here and the fish are really shallow, I'm throwing a 1/4 ounce. For a trailer, we've got a new bait called the Love Grub, which would be a really good trailer for that as well, for swimming on the back. But my favorite of all time for the 1/4 ounce, the smaller, junior size crack and crawl. We make them in white. I know this is a very weird color combo, but there's something about this contrast that I've just caught a lot of fish on. Keep your bait on there real well. And what I love about the crack and crawl, especially this junior size, is you just barely have to move it to get get it to kick. It has a ton of movement on it, so it doesn't take much effort at all. And when you're reeling it, that thing is just buzzing behind there. And you always want to make sure that your skirt is not interfering with your appendages. So I've cut that down just a hair, but that junior size Kraken craw fits perfect on here. So I've got 40-pound braid. I'm actually throwing this on a hybrid rod. So this is our Black Series, and it's a glass composite. So it's got a pretty good backbone on it, but very soft tip. Allows me to throw this light little swim jig, no problem. And that bite, you get a direct bite on braid. Boom, a jig bite on braid. Come on now. It was dangling on the limb, bro.
Another good one.
I got him.
You got him.
That was insane. Get in here. Woo! Not quite as big, but that was the coolest bite I've had all year.
I wasn't looking at my screen. That is awesome.
I was literally trying to just bop this thing, slowly bop it over some little limbs, and I got it over a little limb, and as soon as it hit the water, this fish came up and ate it almost like a topwater.
It choked it too.
Absolutely choked it, gone. So these fish are up in the thick stuff. I mean, that jig was gone. Not quite as big, but more fun than that first one. Just watching it. Oh yeah, for sure.
Quality fish.
That was a fun bite. Thank you.
Yeah. Good. It seems like it'd be a little bit too cold to be bed fishing right now back here because the air temp is like just in the 50s and the water's 56, but these fish have an internal clock, especially in this lake, that just drives them up shallow and forces them to spawn. So we found a nice group right here. I'm gonna tie the all white doob tube on and show you guys why this lure is so useful for Texas anglers during the spawn, or I guess just any angler who wants to do a bit of sight fishing. Let's see if we can get this guy to eat. No, she just pulled hooks. That was a bigger one. Bigger fish than I thought too. Damn. That was a much bigger fish than I thought.
Yeah. Dude, that other one must be like 6.
6, yeah.
Wow. God. Just got hung on a little bit of brush right there.
Yeah. It's all good. We'll find some more.
Dude, that's so crazy.
That
Fish was just, like John said, it's kind of slow with the water, and then acted like it wasn't going to eat, and then all of a sudden it just flipped a switch on the doob. I actually might get another shot here, man.
Oh. That was ass. Oh. No. Let's keep going. Oh, well, that was my fault. I had him hooked. It was a much bigger fish than I thought, but there you go. Little white doob tube gets him. That only took like maybe 5 minutes. It was not that long, and we're gonna come back to this guy and see if maybe when it warms up, he'll be paired up with the female. But that fish started off as a 2-pounder, but then turned into about 4. That was a good bass. Look at that bass. That's what I'm saying. When we come back in, I think we'll get some more on your swim jig and our our bladed jig because, oh, look at that. That might be 7 pounds.
Yeah, that's a wink.
That's crazy. That's a bed right there. We're coming back up the creek. We went all the way down to see if we could see any big ones on beds, and we didn't. But we came through here, didn't see a single fish, and there's no hiding. Like, these fish cannot hide. But I think that's a fish that literally came in here with us and is now looking for a place to spawn. It's probably about a 6 or 7 pounder. Wow. So that fish, probably 5 minutes ago when we were out through here, wasn't here. But as it gets warmer, they're moving up. Look at that.
Getting some sun.
Oh,
had it.
Damn, dude. This is so exciting. I actually love watching Rackley try to catch this fish more than me try to catch this fish. We got her warmed up on the doob too. I hooked and lost her, but that's where we got Rackley to go. He's the finisher, the closer. Got her. Bring her here. Bring her here. Yeah, that's a better. That's close to 5, dude.
Dude, that's a great fish. Holy cow.
That is. I got that on iPhone too. That's dope. Good bass.
Golly.
Googan, dude.
Dude, that other one's got to be like
6 or 7.
6 or 7
We
pounds.
thought it was a 2-pounder when we first.
For real. We were like, oh, a little 2-pound man, we'll get him real quick. Look at that. Look at that jig.
Perfect.
I mean, it's juicy.
Best 5 today. You want to guess?
I'm going to say it's a 5.
486.
486, close.
Yeah, very nice fish.
Bloody tail. Let's go, dude.
baby.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to let this fish go right away so we can go back to its bed, defend its nest, make some babies with that bigger female over there, and make some more bass out here. See ya. Okay. Oh, this is going to be a good one. Just a slow swim. Beautiful. Beautiful. That was crazy. Sometimes that little switch up, you know, they see one bait for a little bit, you throw another one in there. Bed fishing teamwork.
Wow, that was awesome. By the way, I think we didn't mention this in the beginning of this video, but this was a last-minute fishing trip. I called up Rackley, called up Jerry, who's behind the camera capturing today's video, and I was like, hey man, weather looks pretty good. This is like a pre-official Googan week sun, and we're like, let's get out in the water and do some fishing. I'd say it's shaping out. I got a 5, a 4, and like a 3.5, and we're not even done yet. As it heats up, it should get better. I mean, like I said, we were seeing fish move in as we were coming back out of this creek, so fingers crossed, let's get some more.
That was sick. That was sick. Good one. Good one. Watched him eat it. Net me, dog. Yeah. Go, baby. Look at the head on that.
Watched him eat it.
Look at the head on that thing. Holy cow.
Bandito bug and thick jig.
Yeah.
I think we're on a little program here.
Boom.
Normally when I go into this creek, I don't do this because there's usually not that much water in here, but because there's so much water and flooded brush, we're able to kind of swim a jig through the thick stuff, and that one came up. I watched.
Let's go, baby.
Let's get a weight on her. It was big. Oh, it's almost
up
6.
there. Almost 6. Dude.
Yeah, it's not very fat.
Basically 6.
Almost a 6.
5.94. I'd call it 6.
Beautiful fish. Almost a 6-pounder. Let's go, dude.
Look at that head. There you go, old girl. Get back down there. Do your little spawn deal. Big head on it, man.
That at one point in time was probably close to a 7-pounder, but they lose a lot of energy and expend a lot of energy coming up these creeks. And you got to think about it, we're probably almost a mile from the main lake. And when that water warms up, when water floods, they all congregate in here. I kid you not, about a month ago, this whole creek bed was dry. So just put that in perspective. Fish are crazy. They follow the current, they follow the flood, and they follow the spring pattern. And the best way to get them is with a little black and blue Googan grass hero, or in this case, I'm throwing a thick jig just because this stuff is so freaking thick. Little bandito bug in the back, imitates a little bed invader, and they love it. 7'5" Googan gold muscle with some 25-pound test. I would almost even say do what Rackley's doing and throw a braid because this stuff is very thick and nasty. And we're just taking this thing and hopping it right below the surface and fish, like virtually watching this fish come up and eat it. You don't even feel the bite. You're just watching this fish come up and eat it. Crazy stuff. Let's get some more. We got 2 fish locked up on a bed. We're gonna catch these guys before we head out and do a little main lake fishing for a couple minutes. These guys are pretty much locked and we want to get them on the doob tube, but I'm gonna try something a little different. We're gonna try a little tiny doob tube. Show you guys how useful this thing is on bed fishing.
This is it.
Is that it?
Program.
Yes, sir.
It's ridiculous. No little bedfish could resist this.
Throwing a little Ned in the tube. Usually it looks a little bit better if you got a smaller net head, but I've only got big ones down here in Texas. Up north, I got tiny ones just for this occasion.
Oh, this is over.
Oh, she just ate it.
It's done.
She just ate it.
Yep.
Oh, she does not like that at all.
Wow. What a difference between throwing the weightless lunker log and that. They just attacked it. This is over.
Oh, he came undone. I suck. Sorry, I'm gonna get him again. Oh, Jesus. How did I lose that fish? Yeah, I suck.
Yeah, you might get the other one.
Bing bong.
Oh, gosh. It's a good one. Hey, you need the net for that 10-pound line? Or what?
I'm alright. All good. Here, old girl. That was fun. That was fun. There we go. Tube largemouth. The 2.5-inch size. She mangled it, but nice little fish. Beautiful Texas bedding bass. Came all the way up from the main lake just to be in a couple feet of water in this little spring-fed creek. See, bud? Well, that is going to be a wrap for today's bass fishing mission here in Spring down south. So it was
Love it.
That was a good time fishing, man.
Gotta love it.
I don't think there's ever been a moment where we've not had fun, and on top of that, not caught some fish. This is a perfect example why you need to be out there fishing, using some of the lures that we tried today. I mean, if you had told me that we would have found some fish that were only the tube up shallow, I wouldn't have believed you. But the Doob Tube is, it's one of those baits that's very versatile. You can fish it in a lot of different ways, some of which we didn't even exemplify, but we might even show in later videos.
Just flipping bait, yeah.
Good flipping bait, weightless, sight fishing deal. Northern,
Forgotten
southern guys.
past. It's a bait forgotten.
I know. We need to bring it back. The tube needs a little bit of love because the bass gave it some love today. But if you guys are interested in checking out any of the lures that we caught fish on today, they'll be linked down below. Use our code LFG or John B. Go to Googansquad.com, pick up some stuff before spring is here. You do not want to miss out on this bite.
Catch them hogs. Why they got them eggs in there? Eggheads.
Back to the net, dude. Get it. Oh, yeah.
Love it so much.
Just like that.
And along with the Dude Tube, we are dropping fresh new apparel, including the new boat shorts that are super popular. We sold out of them last time. Brand new patterns. You guys are going to love those. You can wear them right now if you want to, even when it's cold. Show how much of a man you are.
Thank you for watching today's video. If you want to see some more content like this, drop a comment or give us some ideas as to what we should film next. Don't forget to subscribe and check out all the lures that you saw in today's video. They'll be linked down below, Googansquad.com. Get some pigs, throw some jigs, and get big.
rigs.
Let's go! Oh! No, that's PB. That's PB.
Go to Googansquad.com.